Let me see exactly how I'm going to do this. Just maybe. Oh. We got Mach 1, what's up? Let's Yep, I got my SIGs. I certainly did. It's about 90 degrees out right now. Still dying in the hospital, man. I hope things get better for you, man. So many fucking videos. Yeah, man, we'll say a prayer for you, Ryan. Oh, Pops will be walking in probably during this one. Yeah, Dad does not like Barry Beamer at all. At all. 8 people watching. Oh, believe me, guys, I think if Pops said what he really wanted to say, he would probably get kicked off YouTube. I'm just trying to. To my friends that have helped me.
I just figured I'd try and clear something.
Fucking pack of cigarettes and energy drink, almost 20 bucks.
20. And I just want to correct a couple things because people are flying off the handle thinking I'm snapping at them and everything. I'm not snapping at you. I'm pissed because I've gotten bad advice from 1 or 2 people that have made my past 6 months a living hell. Okay.
Oh.
And I posted all these videos about it, showing these people, but they're not understanding that. Anyway, the problem is that when you're telling somebody that you have to pay attention to the rocker arms, you know, the first one goes down, it comes back up, and it's even with the second one. Okay. They're trying to say that that's the compression stroke. Well, here's the problem that I'm having.
Austin, I fucking pray he sues me. I hope he sues me.
that. Okay. First of all, it's a 4-stroke engine. It has intake, it has compression, it has power, and it has exhaust.
As anybody knows, with small claims, it takes money. And not that I'm rich by any means. I'm far from that. But be willing to bet I got a lot more money to toss away than he does. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. You're the first one. Austin, you did it. It's all your fault. He didn't even actually really mention my name. I don't know. He just forgot about me, I guess. He doesn't like me anymore. Yeah, well, if I was him, I would, well, there's nothing really he can do. He's fucked either way.
Okay. You cannot tell by looking at that rocker arm if it's at top dead center. And this is what everybody's been alleviating from the information that they've been giving me.
Does he realize that if he goes to court and all this, that all this stuff can be brought forward? I mean, like, does he realize that? And number two, you don't really get a lawyer for small claims. I don't know. I just rebuilt the engine 17
Is that the number one piston has to be up.
Oh.
Okay. And those rocker arms have to be even with one another. And the rotor has to be pointed at number one. And the timing gears have to be, the top one at 6 and the bottom one at 12. Okay. That's all that had to be said. I'm trying to listen to people. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that there are some people out there that want to help, but there are some people that just want to make chaos, drama. And those are the people that have caused this channel not to succeed. They've caused this channel to crash because I've had to make so many freaking videos.
Oh, it's the big boy
on
court?
the same car.
Oh, that's even
for as
better.
long as I have.
Bring it.
Because I couldn't get the proper information that I needed. I actually had to walk away from my friends on YouTube and Facebook and go talk to my old boss at a garage that I worked at. And yes, I have worked at garages.
Okay, so add that to the list. He's been a firefighter. He worked for an upholstery shop. He's been an executive chef. He's been a bus driver 30 years. He worked now in this fucking garage. What else am I missing? He was a personal care physician. What else? The journals. The journals. This fucking guy lies. Every video is another lie.
More than one, okay?
Oh, he's worked for more than one.
I've worked on timing chains before, and here are the cars that I've worked on. A 1965 Ford Fairlane 500 with a 289 engine. That needed a timing chain. It needed intake manifold gaskets. It also needed lifters and an oil pump, okay? So that is one of the cars I've worked on.
All right, so that was the first garage. He fucking destroyed that car, so he got fired. And now this is the second garage.
The other one was a 1950 Dodge Coronet. It had a flathead 6. That needed a timing chain.
Fucking destroyed
and that is the one where the timing mark on the gear was in the wrong place. It was a tooth off. And I have a person that helped me with that car that can
PCA, personal
testify to that. It was in the wrong place. It was a manufacturer screw up.
People will testify.
And people have been arguing with me about that too. Oh, manufacturers don't screw up. Yeah, they're mass produced, folks.
Rich, people have been telling you you're stupid since you were a fucking kid. We pulled that out in the video, I think, last night. You even said it with your own mouth. Everybody thinks you're stupid because you are fucking stupid. You're a waste of life. You're a waste of air.
So there's a good tendency for them to screw up. whether you believe it or not, it's the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the 65 Fairlane and the 50 Dodge Coronet. Then I worked on a 1978 Ford Thunderbird, the 351 Windsor. That needed a timing chain because those gears on that have a fiberglass coating on the outside of the cog or gear or whatever you want to call it.
Matthew, what's
And once
up?
that falls off and starts breaking away, your timing chain is going to, act like it's stretched when really it's actually the fiberglass stuff that's falling off of the cog or gear, which is causing the timing to slip.
The cog.
Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. There's a couple other cars that I've worked on that have had this problem before. Okay. And like I said, I've never done the head gaskets, so that was a new thing for me. And I know what push rods are. I know what rocker arms are. I know what valves are. I've never had to take a valve out of a head before. And that was really discouraging me because I kept getting defective tools. The two that I have are from Japan, and they were garbage. They barely got one out. Okay. And then I bought a tool from an auto parts store. Well, the only thing it did was it put pressure on the spring and pulled the spring up off the valve. So that was defective in my mind because it didn't do what I needed it to do. And the third one.
Keep mouth farting, you fucking pig.
The third one was an advanced auto parts rental tool. That as soon as I put it on the head and the valve, once I got the keepers out, the tool snapped while it was still on the valve spring. So you can imagine how happy I was about that.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Let's see. So all in all, in total, it was 2 cheap Japanese tools that I bought that didn't do nothing.
You sure?
And the third one was from Advanced Auto Parts that lifted the spring up off the valve, but didn't compress it to the point where I needed to get the keepers out. It just allowed the valve
Guns, it's your fault they wouldn't sell me cigarettes this morning because I didn't have my fucking wallet.
Without any pressure being put on.
And your fault too, Bruce.
So I was never able to get that
just
out.
Just because.
And like I said, the fourth one was a rental from the same parts store, but the second one was also a defective tool that had to be returned. And I turned around and I convinced the guy to let me use the tool.
It's your fault that I'm sitting here.
I was determined at this point. I was totally pissed off and aggravated. And like I got friends on here. What is it? Randy and this guy from Outlaws, whatever it is.
Good evening.
I'm not trying to treat anybody like a dog.
You are a dog.
I'm really upset because there are a couple of people that have actually given me bad advice that have caused this channel to crash instead of succeeding. And I think that would really piss anybody off. Okay, I've been going around making maximum effort with very little progress. Okay. And
that's because you don't know shit.
That's very discouraging, for somebody who's in my position where I'm over 50. I have a stent in my arteries. I get high blood pressure. I have arthritis in my right foot. I'm overweight, and I'm out of shape.
And he's okay with all that.
I still get up underneath a car and work on it.
Bullshit, dude.
A lot of people were calling me stupid.
You are.
Because I didn't take the block out of the car and work on the engine that way. Well, after they started that, I went and got an engine hoist. You know what? I never used it. It's sitting in the carport now.
Because you don't know how
to. They told me to get an engine stand. Okay, well, here's the problem with the engine hoist and the engine stand. I don't have a concrete sidewalk driveway or a paved driveway.
Yeah.
Okay. Part of my driveway is paved, and the other half of it is stones.
Bro, I don't want to hear that. I know poor man's speed shop.
Every time I get up underneath there,
they paint on a fucking dirt floor.
It doesn't feel good on my back.
Fuck you and your fat back.
So, I I understand the point about the
Get a
engine
piece
noise,
of plywood,
but it's
exactly.
making more work. Then you got to disconnect the drivetrain, you got to disconnect the transmission, you got to disconnect the flywheel, the torque converter.
Hey,
And,
no
you know,
worries,
I'm
Matt.
not into all that. I just want to get done what I have to get done. And a lot of
Yeah.
people were telling me, well, you should just be, you know,
Matt,
replacing
Dizzy,
all the pistons. I'm
Gibby,
like, well,
guys, we should
that's
take
kind
a
of
fucking
stupid
ride out
because I'm
to
trying to
Atlantic
keep this
City.
as original as possible, even though that sounds
We
kind
should
of
go
stupid.
down to AC for a weekend.
It's a numbers match engine. So having two valve relief pistons in there is not going to change the oil compression that much. Okay, where it's going to be.
Who's the young man inside? Do you think that's a young man?
With the older cars,
that
you
man's
use
a
diesel oil
fucking
anyway, because
racist
that
map.
actually helps out, you know, where it
Attracted to post-puberty
car
girls.
may have a lot of wear and tear on it, and it helps lubricate things better.
I'm fucking down
Anyway,
too, Matt.
but that's what it's all about. That's where it's at. There's 4 strokes in an engine. Like I said, you have your intake, your compression, you have.
We can go stand
your
out in
exhaust
front of
and
his
power
place
stroke,
with
okay? So
yeah, racism is real bad. Absolutely, that's why.
How you tell if
we
your
don't
timing is, or you're ready to go and put the timing at.
That's one of the main reasons why this channel exists, because we go after people like that are racist, pedophiles, maps. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Top dead center. The piston has to be up.
Top
so you
dead
put the piston
center.
up first. Then you set the chain and the gears. Then you set the rotor. Okay, and then you lock the rotor down. You put everything back together, and that's how it works. I'm not confused. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb, and I'm not ignorant.
A
and
map.
I'm not what do they call it?
A map is a minor attracted person. So in other words, he gets off on, 18, 19-year-old post-puberty girls. Girls he's got no business looking at. And the fact, too, that he calls women yucky. In some of his videos, women are just yucky now. But of course, when we found out that he has a thing for Filipino women with big tits.
Ear to advice. People may have gotten the bad side of me from me dealing with people who are useless and don't help me out when I need to help. Now, I have shop manuals. I have all of them. But I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't had to open the book once.
Okay.
For the most.
If you've got a shop manual, if you've got the manual to that car and to the motor, that should be easy peasy. That's like putting a fucking one of these little cars here together. You got the directions. That tells you everything you need to know. But Rich can't read.
Part of what I've done. The biggest concern and biggest problem with this was the timing. It wasn't the head gaskets. It wasn't the pistons. It wasn't the rings. It wasn't the valves and how they come out and how they go in. I know how that works. It wasn't the rebuild of the
and
carburetor.
Austin, if you
It
plan
wasn't
on
painting
going
the
live,
car.
just
It
let
wasn't
me
doing
know,
metal
man.
fabrication. It wasn't doing the door panels. Okay? It was just the timing. And a lot of people that I had talked to, a lot of them gave me good advice. But there's just those couple of bad seeds in the whole group of people.
Yeah, stolen valor.
Don't.
He's lied about so much shit,
give you
having
a certain
cancer.
ingredient of information that's needed in order to do the job properly. And that's what drives a person nuts. Because you go around, maybe I did something. Maybe I did something. Maybe I did something. Maybe I did something. You know,
Maybe
you just
he
keep
will
saying
end up
that,
getting sued.
because you start thinking and doubting yourself and start thinking, well, I just don't think I can do this anymore. And you give up. And this is what discourages people from rebuilding cars. Okay? The jabbering back at the person, to the point where it's.
What a bitch, dude. Every time he talks, I just get so mad. I get so fucking mad because all he does is whine. My word, fucking whine's worse than a kid. This is why people don't put cars back together. Oh, really, man? Because there's fucking a million channels of people working on their cars by themselves. And there's a lot of channels of guys that fucking have a lot less than you do that are getting it done.
Disrespectful to them. Okay? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody, but there are some people that actually have given me bad advice, and because they have, I have removed them. I don't need that. That's not helpful. That's creating
another thing. Rich claims to be about free speech. One thing you will find here on the Marco Boys is we do not delete. We will not delete. We don't care what you say. It's a free speech thing. Everybody has their right to their opinion, right, wrong, or indifference, whatever. Rich can't handle that. It's his way or no way.
More chaos and more drama than there needs to be. So, and yes, this is my channel. But it's not going to grow if I can't,
Your channel's never going to grow either when you're blocking everyone. See, a lot of the times, too, you'll get people that'll just come in to, just fuck around. They don't even mean what they're saying. But, of course, you block them, and then they don't get the comments. So, it's really just hurting your YouTube channel.
If I can't do the job with a clear head. You know what I'm saying? If I'm starting to doubt myself and starting to double think things instead of just going ahead with...
Well, all these plates that are up there on the top are from family cars. We've got some plates here. This one here from Indiana. That was sent by Poor Man Speed Shop. This one right here was sent from Don Lee all the way up in Canada. Of course, I got my Poor Man Speed Shop collectible stickers right there. This is Bruce's stuff that he sent. Bad Tree Production sent me that plate there. What else? What else am I missing? I'm missing Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt Tay. Joe Dirt. And then over here, You Dizzy, 1969. He's right here in the comment section. He was nice enough to give me this Volkswagen hubcap, and it has a skull in it. Unbelievable paint job. But this has a very special story behind it. I ain't gonna get into that. That's between me and Diz. But that's a really special piece. Of course, that's Dad's. This is another one that came from Bruce. And then, let me see, go over here. This was my uncle, Steve, Marine Corps, who died from Agent Orange in his lungs. That was his plate. The Mal and the Mal there and the MFM, that was my Uncle Mal. That was my grandfather. Those were his plates. The My 26, those are from the T-Bucket. My 86, which is the Pontiac that's out there. We got plates for days. Yes, every one of these plates means something, or whatever's here. Even these 44 Magnum shells. Everything has a Lover's Lane. But yeah. And we're always open to anyone if they want to send a plate. We love plates, as you can see. I have so many plates, too, that aren't even up. Okay, let's get back into this. But those have all been sent from those ones there. Oh. This was out of my dad's 68 Roadrunner. 383 car. That was his baby. All right, let me get back in the Fat Boy here. Where? Hold on a minute. I didn't Why isn't it? When I go to... Oh man, we'd love, yeah, absolutely. We love plates. Okay, let me see. How did I have this?
With the way it's supposed to be, then I'm going to cause myself more problems than I need to. So I hope this clears everything up. I hope everybody understands. And, that's where the attitude and everything's come from, because I've had to make all these little short videos showing this and showing that. I had one guy on Facebook even looking at the engine running for 10 seconds. He said, no, there's something wrong with that engine. There's something seriously wrong with it, and it's not running. I'm sorry, but here's the thing. When you pour gas into a carburetor and your fuel line is not hooked up to the fuel pump, and your fuel pump is literally not putting out any gas into the carburetor, and you put gas in the carburetor with a bottle, okay, and you try and fill the bowls, and maybe there's a problem with the jets on the carburetor that it's not spitting out, every time I pull back on the throttle. But whatever gas is going in that carburetor, that's what it's running off of. And when you turn that key and you let go of that key, and that little fan is turning in the front, and you can hear it going, zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, when you can hear that, I don't care what you think. I don't care who you think you are. That's a running car. It may not be dialed in correctly or exactly where it needs to be, but it's still a running car. If you disagree with me, then you know what? Then delete. That's all I can tell you. Because, I'm
See,
not going to drive myself nuts anymore. The people that have given
you
me
don't
good
agree with him.
information, they're the ones that are helpful. Randy, Outlaws Garage.
Let's just keep going. I thought India. I thought India too. I was gonna say we're gonna get an India plate. Come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination. He needs more Hot Wheels. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I must have screwed it up. Well, I'm just saying, come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Because that's all this is. Bullshit. Let's put in. I like the ones where he's sitting down, all wrapped up in fucking mom's dress. I think we're gonna start getting into the good shit here. Not that any of it's good. It's all bullshit, but. So listen. Part two. As far back as I could remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. Update on everything me. Look at this shit. Oh, he's got a... This could be interesting.
Bondo and crappy material. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Don, when I called Walmart and I talked to the lady that he was being rude to, and then he got thrown out. I thought it was better with the hotel, personally. Look at this. Everything starts with a smoke.
Really lazy, and it wasn't even measuring up to the wheel well molding. It's like the wheel well molding was back about a half an inch, and you can see the Bondo protruding outwards. It's like, really? I've had this car for probably a couple of years.
And guess where that car's going? To the junkyard, baby.
But it's a good thing I did. Because now I can fix whatever.
Working, if y'all can tell that. Winning.
Know what they were doing.
What's up, Badtree?
That is a lot of material, man.
Look at that.
A lot.
Look at this shit. Holy tits.
That's more than a gallon. That's like, if I'm thinking if this is going all the way to the end of the fender and going down, that's about maybe 2 gallons, 3 gallons, something like that. And I'm not even done down here yet. I still got to do there. There's a chunk here. There's no rot. I mean, if it was bent because somebody leaned up against it, so what? You take the fender off, and you take a rubber mallet, you pound it back out.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
no big deal, or you can take one of those suction cup things and...
Oh, yeah.
But I was worried about this. I thought there was, like, rot under there. There's not even rot. It's not rusted.
Hey, show us how you run that thing. I hope you're breathing that shit in, too. It's good for you.
Jesus.
Look at his legs. Folks, you can't even distinguish if there's a leg muscle. It's the same width from the ankle all the way to his fucking knee. Jimmy.
Everybody's saying, yeah, you need one of them while you're having all that shit flying around you. No. Told you what happened when I stopped. I wound up in the hospital with a heart attack.
Oh, you poor thing. Now you're just gonna end up on an oxygen tank for the rest of your life. Dude, why are you doing that?
Mask back on, please.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Jimmy, listen to the way he's pushing down on that. Oh boy. I've never seen anybody do that before. He's got a steel brush on there. Wow. Jimmy. It's a steel fucking brush.
Up in my eyes, so
Look at this mutt.
readjustment, but there is still no rot.
Wow. Yeah, the dust is literally. Huh. Look at his mask. Cause he's a pussy. He's already gassed out.
Why would somebody waste their time putting all this material on?
If you spent half the fucking time you did working instead of talking, there you go. Get back on it there, Jimmy. Watch this. There we go. Good shit. Wow. Jesus, Jimmy. Why are you gnawing it down like that? What the fuck? Look at the fucking... This is craziness.
Still nothing, folks.
I don't give a fuck if this man was eating eggs and doing it correctly. I would still make fun of him. He ought to be in jail.
There is still metal underneath this. It's not even rotted.
It's not even rotted. We're worldwide.
Jesus, man. There's not even a dent in it. I thought I saw some cancer, and then I looked closer and there's nothing. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me. You're right, Bruce.
body work on a car, do me a favor, please. Do metal work. Don't put Bondo on a car that ain't even got cancer going through it. That's the dumbest thing I've seen in all my life. There's no justifiable reason for any of it.
Okay. First of all, you're absolutely who would throw a mother and a child out? This motherfucker right here would. Also, number two, what if somebody doesn't have the fucking technology and the time to actually fix a patch or something like that, and they want to fill it in, and they, use pool noodles or whatever just to make it pass? Not everybody's a fucking perfectionist like you there, Richie boy.
At all.
No, but you know what I'm saying, Austin? Like if you, like for instance, there was a patch on the van. Yeah, duct tape too. Done that too. uh, and then there was a small fucking pot. I've seen my dad do some wild shit, especially with pool noodles. I mean, is it steel? No, but it works. WD-40. You leave fucking my Rocky Dennis out of this. I'll have you know she's on her way. Look at his little fat fingers.
Ridiculous. There's no reason for this. Nothing at all.
If I find out that Rocky Dennis is talking to you, Diz, we're gonna have a problem.
Heck, with the amount of stuff they got on this car, they could have made about 5 or 6 Toyotas. I want you to get the gist of this so you see what I'm talking about, because this is ridiculous.
Now, why is he working on this car when his other car isn't even finished?
Yeah, let me unplug this for a minute, just so you can see. I want you to see just how bad that is. Look at that. There's no cancer. It's metal. Look at that. There's no reason for all that material. None at all. Even over here, look. None. There's no holes, no cancer, nothing. Not even an indication of rust. This is where I thought it was. I thought there was some cancer. There's nothing. That's metal.
Is it? Why don't you knock on your fucking head?
Why would somebody waste their time going through all that when there's nothing there?
Wait until we get in touch with Larry. Hey, Jinx, man, we got the whole crew here.
I'm sorry, folks, but that is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, what do you shave your armpits there, Rich?
I mean, even if it is dented or whatever.
Richie shaves his armpits?
It's not dented. There's not even a, nothing. There's nothing on it.
There you go. Put your weight into it. There you go. Yeah, I'll check that out, Dizzy. Yep, 2006. I can always say, oh, there you go.
There, just cleaned off that whole area right there. Nothing there. No rust anywhere. There's no cancer, there's no rust, there's no holes. There's a small indent here which they could have actually taken out. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. My whole car is covered with this stuff now. And I still got like an inch. This goes above my fingernail. That's an inch of product wasted for no apparent reason.
Shut the fuck up. I hit it.
Jesus, what a waste. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money.
It's a waste. This is all a waste of time because you never do anything with the car. A fucking tree falls on it.
Have that much stuff on it. So I don't know why this one did. Well, hello everybody, it's Ratty Hair Rich. Cooking lasagna.
Guys, I can't breathe. Any guesses on weight's actual, any guesses on Rich's actual weight? I'm going to guess 385. $420. We got a 430. Oh, 430, 420. So he's in the, you guys are saying he's 4. He's at least 4 at the hoof. And he's what, 4'9"? He's he's not 5 feet. No fucking way. The top of the Bel Air is almost head level with him.
everybody. It's Rich of Rich 220 Automotive Restorations. For all the people that have supported me throughout the time, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is not pointed at you at all. Okay? I will name names here because they have done nothing but torment me, harass me, and leave nasty comments and said things in their lives in order to try and make me look bad.
2 years ago.
This 57 Chevy runs. The video I just posted proves it, okay? It don't run perfect because it's still got a couple of bugs I gotta work out. And that's the timing
Oh boy.
has to be advanced a little bit more, okay? The carburetor mixture screws and the throttle have to be set, okay? The exhaust manifolds have to be reconnected completely to the exhaust itself, okay? And that's pretty much about it. I mean, other than the generator, I have to hook up the wire to that. I have to run the wire from the dash going to the heater fan, and that's it. Now, the rest of this is pointed to John Wilburn,
Oh boy.
who has done nothing but harass me throughout the time.
I don't believe that.
Projects, who everybody is calling a perfect person.
I don't know them.
Okay, and Auto Salvage Outlaw.
Don't know
I don't
them
know what
either.
your problem is. I think you just got caught in a mix with the other two. But here's the case, okay? The first time, the day I got this car, the kid told me it didn't run. And this is for John Wilburn, Auto Salvage Outlaw, and Unfinished Project.
Alright, question guys. If all these people are harassing you, why are you addressing them? They obviously don't agree with whatever you're saying, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna pull a Barry move. You're gonna just try to make everybody
Okay.
believe your
The
narrative.
kid told me the car didn't run. It looked like crap. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It was a project car. Okay, but here's the thing.
Also,
The next day
I thought that car sat in it was in a plane hangar.
came out here, got all the fluids for it. You know that it needed oil, trans fluid, antifreeze, whatever the case may be. I got it. Okay, put it in the car, started it up, drove it back and forth in my driveway. Problem was, and as you can see right here, I'm gonna bring this over here so you can see it close up and personal. See that inspection sticker? That's 1976.
Can't see shit.
Okay? That is a legit inspection sticker. That's the last time this car was inspected.
And
Okay? Now, you guys are making fun of me because of the engine. Well, I had to do paint. Okay? I had to do body work, metal fabrication. I made 4 door panels from scratch. All I did was cut the fabric patterns out to the original specs that they were back in 57. That's why the door
Bullshit.
panels look the same as they did back then.
No, they don't.
Okay?
It looks
It
like a
sticks
kindergartner
together
did them.
with a thread and needle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a sewing machine in there.
I bet you do.
It's been so long since I spooled one of them darn things, I can't remember how to do it. So I took my time and did the door
What were you, a
panels the hard
seamstress?
way.
Were you a
Okay?
seamstress too?
There's a new headliner in here that's made out of vinyl, okay? That I made, okay? The armrests, I redid those, okay?
Okay.
Every piece that I took off of this car was accounted for. So in other words, none of the parts are lost. They're on the car. And there are no extra pieces. There's nothing missing, okay? And I got no help from nobody physically to do this. I did this myself.
Again, what does this video have to do with people calling you out on your bullshit? Because you don't know shit.
Yeah, I bought an engine hoist, but I never used it, okay?
You don't know how
I
to.
took every single part of this car apart, okay, by myself. I bought a clean sink, I bought a sandblast cabinet, and I have a whole slew of tools, okay?
But the car still doesn't run.
There are some things I don't have. I
And it did run before he touched it. So.
don't have the battery operated, this, that, and the other thing,
Yeah.
whatever, okay? My point being is that you guys are too busy spreading hate.
Oh.
You 3 guys that I mentioned, okay?
Wait till you
I
meet.
even went
Wait till you
into
meet
John
poor.
Wilburn's live
Wait till you
and
meet.
caught him talking shit about me.
Oh, did you?
And I confronted him about it.
Did you?
Okay? You don't do that to people. That's the.
Why aren't you in here defending yourself, fat boy? Like, seriously. You were all about defending yourself up until we found out that 2006. That was the end.
Kind of thing that ruins people from rebuilding cars like this. Save your jackass routine for somebody else, okay? Because this man ain't putting up with it. I don't need to prove anything to any of you three, okay? You don't pay my bills. You didn't buy this car. You didn't put the work into it. So back off.
Oh, guess who's home? Marco Sr. What's up?
Okay? Now, everything on here works except for the backup lights and the horn. That's it. Oh, I need a relay switch for the turn.
Pops is on his way upstairs to have his corn muffin.
I have windows coming here. Actually, I'll be getting them tomorrow. That's
cool, Matt. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Driver quality partial bumper.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
Yep.
And I'm getting another headlight bezel. I'm going to be getting license plate light. Let me back this up a little bit.
Back it up a little bit more so we can get all of
License
you.
plate light for it. And that was the other thing. There was something else. I can't remember. Okay. But in any event, I cleaned that up myself. That looked worse than what's on here when I got it. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I know what to do. My problem is I've had defective tools. Okay. Not enough time to work on something because I have a job. I don't have somebody else take care of me. I take care of me.
Yeah.
This guy. Even though I'm not in the best of health and I'm not in the greatest of shape, I do it myself. Okay? So, as I was saying, you three guys that are spreading hate, you're in the wrong organization, John, if you're going to sit there and talk crap about somebody. Okay? People don't need that from you. That's what makes people stop rebuilding things like this. Same with you, Unfinished Project.
Okay, so I don't know these other people, and I don't really even know John Wilburn. I'm not going to pretend that I do, but I've watched a few of his videos, and the guy seems to have his shit together. So I don't know what you did with him, but he was just probably another one that was watching your bullshit and said, fuck it.
Okay? Your little stunts and your little, short videos, I'm not clueless. I get what those are meaning. Okay? Cat diesel power.
What is Cat Diesel? Oh, boy.
I wasn't born yesterday. Okay? And the more spreading of hate that you do, the next person that has to put up with that garbage, or maybe the one after that, they're going to wind up leaving. They're not going to want to be part of the community. The community is no good if you got a couple of bad apples making everybody believe that one person is horrible when it's really you that is making it horrible. You're making it horrible for them, and you're lying to everybody else, trying to put up this front that you're such a goody two-shoes when you're a two-faced backstabber. Okay? Cut the crap. Leave people alone. If you've got nothing good to say, don't say anything. People have better things to do than put up with your garbage.
All right, I've had enough of Rich. Now the Pups is home. I don't know if Poor Man's is going live. I seen that they had a live schedule for earlier. I don't know what happened with it. But hopefully they'll go live and we'll get to watch some of their content. I'm going to go upstairs, let the old man eat his corn muffin, and then I think we're going to do a review video because it's been like so long since we've dropped one. And that will be that. Alright guys, again, thank you for stopping by. You guys all rock. And keep an eye out for that review video. Bye-bye.